Hello, everybody. Welcome back. PieCover here. The escape velocity time for Bitcoin. When Bitcoin reach escape velocity, well, at that point, you don't want to be out. You want to be in the market, because at that point, there is no limit on how much a Satoshi will be worth. It's probably gonna be worth $1 at that point or even higher. So this is what we're gonna talk about today. I hope you have a good time. I hope you enjoy, and if you do, at the end, subscribe, like. You can stream me a sat or two sats. It doesn't matter, just to show me your appreciation. Now let's talk about escape velocity. So I'm gonna be on my way to work as usual. So sorry for the noise I'm gonna make because my muffler is a little bit cranky. Well, it wasn't too bad after all. But now let's talk about the escape velocity. So now I don't really grasp everything about this, but I'll assume that I know everything about it. But by the way, I'm just gonna put just my opinion on it. And when you look at the Bitcoin price, right, you kind of like, okay, if there's only 21 million of these things, and by the way, you know, if you really pay attention, if you go on, just type Bitcoin left on exchanges, right, you will realize how much basically Bitcoin that are left on exchanges. It's pretty much like you have 1.8 million Bitcoin left on exchanges. So probably gonna have this, let's say 1.9 million left to be mined. Those are Bitcoin. They're already on the mathematic underground, right? Mathematic ground. So, but they need to be digged out, right? But in order to dig them out, you need time. That's the first thing. You need time, and then you need energy, a lot of energy, because the hash rate, the difficulty adjustment is going up. Sometimes go down, but it's pointed up. The more energy, the more time you put, humanity is putting in to mine, the more it's going up, right? It's like it's a race. But now, so you probably have, like, let's say 1.8 plus 1.9, let's say 4 million Bitcoin out there, right, to be, take off the market, right? But now we don't have to price in the 1.9 yet, because it's the rate, at the rate it's going on the market, it's gonna be meaningless, because this rate, the market is sucking in that Bitcoin as soon as it came out, right? Because now you have like 900 Bitcoin coming out of the market every day. This amount basically is not that much when you do the math. You see how much money that is. It's not that much, in the world we live in, and you have like people, you have an army of plebs. When I said army, I mean it in a good way. I don't mean like people with guns. I mean people with conviction, and people really understand what it is, and who really stay for the revolution, for the peaceful revolution. Those people, they are just accumulating every week. Some people every day. They are just DCAing, basically dollar cost averaging. They are just buying this thing because they understand it and they see the value proposition. So they are stocking, right? Those people can suck in this supply every day on the market, like this 900 Bitcoin. It's very minimal. And by the way, it's gonna be even less next year. Next year there's gonna have a halving, right? So when you have a halving, right, coupling with the plebs stacking all the sats coming out, right, 900, now you're gonna have less of satoshis coming out, right? So you're gonna have like somewhere like 450 satoshis a day. Sorry guys, 450 Bitcoin a day. So now you had 900, now we're gonna have half of that next year, right? So what do you think happened to the price? It's going up. But you still have more and more people, because you probably have like maybe 1 million or 2 million, maybe I'd say even 10 million, right? I wouldn't go there. Maybe 1 million people really understand it, right? But we live in a world of 8 billion people. I know, like, probably not gonna have all 8 billion people stacking anytime soon. But even if you have 1% of that 8 billion, right? That's that's a lot of people, right? That's a lot of people. So 80 million people, right? If you have like 80 million people on this thing, right? Like 1%, right? 1%, like 80 million, right? Just like, let's say about the population of, I don't know, half the population of the US, right? That's a lot. Okay, that's a lot. So, and just this amount, the accumulating Bitcoin, right? That's gonna be at least 8 times the amount of people right now accumulate stacking, right? Every day. I'm talking about people who can stack like $50 a day, right? Around that price, right? With that much conviction, then you have a Bitcoin supply. Now you get to the point of skip velocity, because now you get to the point where there's no price for Bitcoin, right? There's no price for your Bitcoin, because people get to the point where they understand it so much, they get it, they see the value proposition. This is a scarcity, absolute scarcity, right? Never existed before, and they realize, hey, this thing is not, a game, right? This thing is energy, and it's infinite energy, right? In time. So, and then if you can save your time, that's the ultimate thing, right? If you can save your time, right? I always thought that since I was a kid, and I was thinking, okay, what's a perfect way to save my time and never have to worry about time again, right? That's the ultimate thing in life, right? Saving your time. And Bitcoin itself is time. Every 10 minutes, the only constant in Bitcoin is basically 10 minutes, right? So that's the only constant in Bitcoin. Everything else is just energy and computers and code. You don't have any external thing on Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't operate it doesn't have, it's not relying on the oracle, right? It only rely on the 10 minutes time of human time. So now let's talk a bit about the skip velocity, because I'm at the point of, I'm gonna quit now. But now at the point velocity is the point where there's no amount of money, you can offer for somebody to sell your Bitcoin. It's like the exchanges will blow up because they don't have the amount of Bitcoin they say they have. So, they will lose their shit, and basically, like, a lot of exchanges, right? They don't have the Bitcoin, right? So because of that, they probably gonna blow up, and you're gonna have more and more Bitcoin will be taken off exchanges, right? A lot of those ETF, they will take some, they will stack a lot of Bitcoin, and a lot of them also will blow up because well, they're gonna do a lot of paper Bitcoin, right? And they will blow up just like FTX. And at that point, you can basically, have in a point where everything is priced into Bitcoin, right? That's the ultimate, place, right? Where everything is basically priced into Bitcoin. When you go buy a house, you say, hey, this is, you're gonna pay like let's say $1 million sats for this house. You're gonna pay like just like today, you're like, $1 million for a house. Like they're probably gonna have to the point where, this is 2 million sats, right? And this is 1 million sats, right? So you're gonna get to this point. So basically, what's the moral of the story? Well, it's just stack, right? Stacking sats, and just at your own pace. You don't have to over sacrifice, right? Just do what you can, provide value to society and work. Basically, that's what it is. And then by doing so, right, you can accumulate more satoshis, and the more satoshis you accumulate, the more the valuable position also go up, because Bitcoin is not just using energy from computers, it also uses energy from human beings, right? Our energy of accumulating satoshis every day is also part of the valuable position, right? The human capital, the human time, and human paychecks, right, going into it are all the valuable positions, right? So yeah, that's it, guys. That's it. I mean, like, I think it's just gonna take some time, yes, but it's not impossible, right, to reach a point where satoshis are the norm. And I think we're gonna get there, because it's only mathematics, and the value of satoshis can only go up. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you again in the next talk. I would call this Bitcoin talk now. I'll see you again, guys. PieCover.